Hello everyone, Reza here. In this video, I will show you how to create a loading animation in the modern button control in PowerApps. The animation will kick in the moment the user selects the button. The benefit of this animation, it gives the end user the indication that an action is being performed. Plus, we will disable the button while the animation is ongoing, so that the user does not keep clicking on the button, which could result in challenges. So let's check this video out in action. Let's begin creating a loading animation using the modern button control. To enable modern controls for your app, make sure under App Settings, Updates, Modern Controls and Themes is turned on. For my screen, I'll go and insert the modern button control. Select the control and head over to its properties. Text, I'll call the save. The button has an icon property. Here, I'll pick the save icon. Layout, you can decide where you would like to place this icon. In PowerApp, whenever the user clicks on a button, we perform action. Actions like patching data, sending an email, performing calculations, calling a flow, and so much more. However, when the user clicks on this button, the OnSelect code of the button gets called. However, the end user does not know if the action has completed unless you give a notification to the user. What if we add animation to show that there is processing ongoing while the code on the OnSelect function is running? And once it completes, only then will the animation stop, giving the user the indicator that the process has completed. Let's take a scenario. In this Power App, I have a connected Power Automate flow. All this flow does, it will trigger from Power Apps. I have a delay action of 10 seconds, and then it responds back to the Power App. It's a sample flow. I'm trying to land the concept, which is when the user clicks the button, the animation will begin until the flow completes, so the user knows that the process has completed. Save button. On select, I'll call this flow sample flow dot, I'll call the run method. Now if I preview the app, if I click on the save button, notice on the top these loading symbols keep running. So PowerApps does give an indicator, but it's very hard for the user to spot that. The button is still active. If I click it, it will actually trigger another flow. The end user can potentially keep clicking this button, which in turn will keep triggering the flows. And that, one, is not a good user experience. Two, there is a potential of an error because the operation can be performed multiple times. You can see how my flow calls are increasing depending upon the number of clicks I had made. So let's see how we can add an animation while the code on OnSelect is running. And to do this, we will take the advantage of the timer control. The timer control has a property called repeat. I'll turn this on. This ensures that the timer control restarts automatically once the duration that I define completes. Duration is in milliseconds. I'll set this as 1. This defines the speed of your animation. The timer control has a property called onTimerEnd. I will use update context. This creates a local variable for the screen. I'll give this variable a name, rotation angle, and I will set its value as follows: mod The number will be LOC rotation angle plus 15, and the divisor will be 360, as I will try and rotate that icon to a maximum of 360 degrees, and 15 is the degree to which it will keep spinning. Now this timer control, I don't have to show it on screen, so the visible property I'll set to off. Next, for the button controls, OnSelect property, right at the start, I'll set another context variable. I'll call this LOC is saving. I'll set this to true. And right at the end of my OnSelect function, I will set that same variable to false. So when this variable is true, that's when the OnSelect function begins. And once it ends, this variable will be false. For the button controls icon property, I'll set the icon conditionally. If LOC is saving, meaning the OnSelect function is clicked and the work has begun, in that case, you show the icon arrow sync, else you show the icon save. The button control has a property called icon rotation. If that local variable is saving, then you use the rotation angle that's being set by the timer, else you set the icon rotation as 0. The text for the button, if LOC is saving, then I will say saving, else save. The display mode of the button, it's set to edit, meaning the user can keep clicking on this button. I do not want to allow the user to click on the button while the OnSelect code is running. So once again, if LOC is saving, in that case, you use display mode dot disabled, else you use display mode dot edit. The only thing that's remaining now is to ensure the timer starts as soon as this button is clicked. And for that, the timer control has a property called start. This I will set as LOC is saving. Let's test this out. I'll preview the app. I'll click save. Notice the animation. I can't click. The button's disabled. The text says saving. So I know some operation is going on. Once the operation is complete, now it says save. This amazing animation trick is thanks to an awesome blog post by Thomas. The blog post explains the same steps that I showcased in the video. I'll put the link of this post in the description of this video, so do check it out. Now let's try and use this button animation trick in different scenarios. Here I have a Power App that allows the user to bulk select items and make changes to the properties of these items. Now the user can change the properties. For example, set the status as open, priority as high, and the due date for all of these items, set it as December 18th. Save. This will begin the process and the updates have been made. I could have kept clicking that save button, which could have instantiated the button OnSelect code multiple times. Let's avoid that by adding the animation. And I'll show you a very easy way to do this. Back to my previous app, the timer control and this button control, I'll go ahead and group them. The timer and the button, I'll just place them over each other. The timer is anyways not visible, I'll reorder and bring the button in front. This group, I can call it my group button animation. My button control, OnSelect property, update context. Then I was running this flow. I will just add a comment here. I'll say add your OnSelect code here. Now this group that I created, 3 ellipses, copy code. This is reusable code that I have copied. I'll go to my Power App where I have the save button, right click, paste that code. Here is that group animation. Here is my button. Now this previous button of mine, whatever code was there on OnSelect, I'll simply copy. I'll delete this button. And now this new button that I have, if I head over to its OnSelect code, where I added the comment, I'll just go and paste all that code. Preview the app. This button is now my animated button. All the logic is already ready to go. I'll set the status of all of the selected items to in progress, priority medium, due date December 11th, save. Here's that animation. Done. The updates are made. Here's another scenario. I have an app in which I can export data to Excel. Show me all the items that are in progress. I'll click export to Excel. It calls a flow. The button's still active. What if I click again? Well, it will call the flow again. Not a great end user experience. Once the flow runs, it opens up this new button which says open file. If I click on it, it will show all the data that it has exported. I'll go and copy my code for the animated button. Go to my Power App and paste that code. Here's that button. I'll change its color. Move it to the beginning. Its text. I'll change to export to Excel. When it is saving, I'll say exporting. I'll give the button more width. The icon, instead of save, I'll say attach. So it matches the one that I have. This button on select code, I'll simply copy. Go to my animated button, on select, paste the code right here. Now I can get rid of the other button. Let's try this out. I'll click export to Excel. Notice the button says exporting. The flow is running. Done. And this code that we copy, I've just pasted it in Notepad. This code I can literally share with other makers in my organization, and they have this nice animated button.
If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching.